Hey, y'all. I'm in the woods. I know you're shocked. I know. Don't be shocked. It's okay. Calm down. It's okay. All right. So let's fine tune, or let's look at the the subtle and not so subtle things that toxic people do. And the title doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're bipolar. It doesn't matter if they're narcissistic. It doesn't matter if they are a sociopath. It doesn't matter. The title, the word, the verbiage is irrelevant. Irrelevante. It's irrelevant. It makes no difference what the word is, okay? Hold on a minute. I got so many things on. All right, let me take this off. Hold on. Put this down here, and hopefully it'll be okay. Stay right there. You don't want to stay there. Okay. All right. Anyway, yeah. Sorry, I got a bunch of stuff on. So let's look at the passive aggressive things that toxic people do. And again, the verbiage is not even halfway relevant. That's not relevant whatsoever. So I'll give you some examples because that's my best way of showing you what I'm talking about. So I was going to this individual's house, and the first time they didn't bother answering the door, even though they knew I was on my way over. And I waited for a while, a little bit, and I left. Now, my mistake, and I've learned since then, my mistake was, when I did talk to the little bastard, oh, he had excuses why he didn't come to the door and this and that and blah, 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 blah. But, here's the thing. This is so passive aggressive, and it appears to be accidental, or it appears to be, oh, I was so busy, this project took longer than I thought, or I was in the shower, or whatever cockamamie bullshit lie they tell you is bullshit because they knew you were coming over. So the little fucker didn't answer the door. And I left. And what I should have done was gone home and just stayed there, but I didn't. Again, everything is a learning process, and I got zero tolerance nowadays. I give you the benefit of the doubt, but after so many times, it becomes inexcusable. Looking for the monster. There he is, right behind me. Okay. Stay over here. Thank you, good boy. Thank you, sweetheart. Sweetheart. So, another thing that the little fucker did, it aggravates me because they have the mindset of a child, so they play these little 5-year-old games, and those of us who are grown, even though they're toxic and poisonous in their head, we don't want to play these little childish, silly ass games with you. We're not children. So we're going to get irritated, and we're going to tell you where to go and how to get there because we're tired of the bullshit. Another time, the motherfucker didn't answer the door right away, and I was looking through the glass, and this is what I saw. Instead of coming down the stairs and making a right, which would be towards the front door where I was standing, and the little fucker knew I was coming over, he made a left and sashayed into the kitchen and took the long route to get to the front door. And I saw him because I was looking through the glass, and he was deliberately looking at the glass like that as he sashayed into the kitchen. So, you know what? Like I said, those of us who are not toxic in the head, those of us who don't have arrested development to where we're still a child, regardless of how old we are, and that's how narcissists are, they're still a fucking child, regardless of how old they are chronologically. I don't want to play these little childish ass games with your silly ass. Okay? The last little son of a bitch who's gay and never did answer my question directly when I said, "Are you into men? Why would that turn you on if I was?" That's not an answer. So in other words, he's gay. When you don't answer, you've already answered it. Straight men will tell you, hell no, I love women all day, every day. Okay? That's what straight men do. Anyway, and another girl in the group suspected he was gay too. Anyway, so we agreed, like I told you before, we agreed to be at the at the park at 1. And he left his house. He chose to leave his house at 1. There was no excuse for that. He wasn't doing a project for work that was delayed. You know, he couldn't be delayed. He's got to submit this before the next day, which was Monday. I got to get this done. I'm sorry. It's going to take me an extra 10 minutes. It wasn't a situation like that. It was a passive aggressive little fuckery. I'm going to get there when the hell I get there. I know I said one, but I'm going to get there when I get there. These passive aggressive, childish bullshit that they fucking do. I don't like playing childish games with with people who are children, but they look like adults. I don't want to play these games with you. I don't. So you got to look at now once or twice, depending on the excuse. That's a different story. You know, there's a car accident on this main road. If there wasn't an accident, I would have made it to you on time, but I'm going to be delayed for a bit because they're redirecting traffic because of the accident. That's different, and that's beyond the person's control. They could have left an hour earlier, and an hour earlier than what you said y'all agreed to, and they'll still be late because of the accident. I'm not talking about situations like that. Those are situations that are completely out of a person's control. Hold on, I got to put my gloves on. Sorry, guys. Holy mackerel. When you're sitting still, boy, I tell you, your hands start to feel it. And I mean quick. Okay, this glove wants to give me grief for some reason, probably because it's... Okay. All right. All right, sorry about that. You know, an accident, that's a different story because that's totally beyond a person's control. But some people do shit like this on purpose. They're late on purpose. They don't answer their phone on purpose. Even though they have their face glued to their goddamn phone 24 hours a day, all of a sudden, y'all got... Hey! Hey, get back over here! Now! Milo! Get back over here! Are you crazy? Stop that. I can't see what's going on with you way over there. Anyway, sorry about that. You know, these little passive aggressive little, and you know, I may not say anything to the little idiot that's doing that. But it's a check mark in my head. It's something in my head that goes, all right, that's a red mark. I may not say a freaking word. I can be passive aggressive too. Don't even think that you're the only, you sick, toxic little bastards out there and bitches. Don't think that you're the only one who could be passive aggressive because I can do the same thing. And you won't like it nearly as much. So let me tell you, that's on the toxic end of things. Let me tell you what healthy people do. And my God, there's a drastic difference. Okay? Drastic difference. A healthy person is excited to see you. A healthy person gets all bubbly and warm and fuzzy inside at the thought of spending time with you. They're not going to ignore their phone like a narcissistic person would. They see you text or call and they go, whatever, put the phone down and ignore. And that's deliberate because everybody's got their face in their phone. So if they don't answer you, it's on purpose unless they're at work or they're tied up. You know, they're legitimately tied up. You know, unexpected. I got a call that my mom's in the hospital. I got a call that my grandma's not doing well. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be able to make it today. But they would freaking tell you. They wouldn't ignore the phone because they're sitting in the ER because their grandma's being seen. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? That's the difference between a sicko and a healthy person. They would keep you notified of what is going on. They wouldn't leave you in the dust. They wouldn't go, oh, I don't want to talk to that idiot, and put the phone down and leave you hanging on purpose. Toxic people do not do that. They are excited to talk to you. They are excited to be at the door. They're excited to watch for your car. They're excited to hear hear your car pull up in a driveway or whatever, pull in the parking lot or whatever. They're excited to see you walking towards the door. They're excited. They're not going to take a detour into the kitchen and go, and see you and keep on sashaying into the goddamn kitchen. And then they wonder why people want to punch them in the face. I wouldn't advise you to do it because it's like bad. But they wonder why somebody wants to hit them. Of course somebody wants to hit you. Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. Dumbass. Healthy person's excited. Healthy person is eager to talk to you, eager to see you. They're not going to have you standing at the goddamn front door for 5 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever the time frame. They're not going to do that. They're going to be ready. Now, if they decided to get a wild hair and start mopping the floor because it really could use a mop and the floor is wet, they're gonna still have you. They're not gonna be late to the door regardless. They're gonna say, I need you to detour through this way because I got a wild hair and mop the floor so it's wet. I don't want you to fall. So can you go into the living room this way? That's what they're gonna damn do. Better yet, we're not even gonna mop the floor because company's on the way. Too late now, spot clean it or whatever you gotta do and do the rest later. People are gonna make themselves easily accessible to you when they want to see you. They're not going to play mind games. They're not going to sashay into a different part of the house and look at the glass and watch you through the goddamn front door. They're not going to do that. They're not going to leave you at the front door and pretend they're not there, knowing that you're on your way. They're not going to do that. Healthy people do not do that. So that's another thing that you need to reject people off of. If you start to see, and your body will tell you if this feels good or it doesn't feel good or it feels off. Listen to your body's internal alarm system. It will tell you something. I know what the person told me, but something feels off. If you don't want to dump them then, just put that in your mental Rolodex. Put that in your mental Rolodex, because I assure you, if they've done it once, they will do it again. If they're toxic, they'll do it again. And then you could decide, you know what, this happened before, and I let it slide because you claim you were on the phone long distance and whatever excuse you gave. But this has happened a second time. There will not be a third time. Or you could dump them right then. It's totally up to you. And if your body alarm system, because you don't know if it's legit or not, if your body's alarm system is saying, no, it's your choice whether you want to continue with this person or you want to give them this isn't going to happen again, and if it does, there will be repercussions for it. You want to act like a child, you get treated like a child. And like the saying goes, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. All right? So watch for subtle things. Watch for things like what people tell you. Like, I started watching, when I used to date, I started watching guys a lot closer when they said they didn't have a relationship with their kids. Their kids don't speak to them. That is possibly a red flag. Is it a red flag? You will know through time, because the way that person treats their children is probably how they're going to treat you. Like, you are 1000% irrelevant. Now, there are situations there's a reason for it. For example, the mother of the children, your ex-wife, is a narcissist, and she poisons the children against you because she knows that you and the children have a better relationship than you and her ever had, and she's jealous and angry about it. So she starts stirring the bee's nest to start some shit and to prevent you from having a relationship with your children. Your children are young enough to be manipulated, so they believe what the mother says. Plus, they have to live with her, so they have to lay low. That's a different scenario. That's a totally different scenario. Because some women do that. He's a good guy. He's a good father. He loves his children. But the mother, they're with their mother all the time, and she poisons the children against their father. And so he's decided to back off completely. When they're of age, I will talk to them and explain to them, I'm sorry that I wasn't close with you like I wanted to, but the drama was just way up to my neck from the floor up, and I couldn't take it anymore. I never stopped loving you. You know what I'm saying? You'll have to do a lot of work to fix it, but some people do back out because of that. They're tired of the mother having control. And that goes back to stop laying down and making kids with everybody. Stop marrying everybody within 5 minutes. And stop making kids with people, because you're going to make your life a lot more complicated than it has to be. That person will poison your children against you. They will. Because they love toxicity. It gets them going. It shakes their tree. They love it. Healthy people do not want arguments. They do not want microaggressions in the relationship. They do not want passive aggressiveness. They do not want everything is we don't get along. Everything is an argument. Everything is an argument. They don't do that. Healthy people don't do that. They don't. They freaking don't. And that's another red flag too. If every simple thing that you're trying to accomplish with this person becomes a mountain, there's a strong possibility they're toxic, because a healthy person is not going to make everything an uphill battle. A healthy person is not going to make everything an uphill battle. They're going to make your life easy. They want their life to be easy because they want your relationship and your connection to be easy. Let's enjoy ourselves. Let's have a good time. We're going to have, blocks and barricades in the road. That happens. We'll work through them together. But to deliberately cause fighting and fussing, everything is a fuss and everything is way complicated, that's a sign of a toxic person, and you don't need to be involved with that. Okay? You're okay. You're okay. You don't need to be involved with that. If everything is difficult, cut this person loose. Let them go have their orgasms for toxicity with somebody else. We ain't got time for that shit. All right. I love you guys. Take care. And I got to take this off. You all take care. Much love. Stay safe. And talk to you later. Bye.